look at a local coffee shop hotspot near campus.
Also around Valpo, temperatures in the upper 40s. We'll take a look at your Valentine's Day forecast tomorrow.
We'll have that and more. This edition of The Shield starts right now.
Live from the VUTV studio in Schnabel Hall on the campus of Valparaiso University. This is The Shield on VUTV.
Thank you for joining us on The Shield. I'm Katie Beirne.
And I'm Eric Ruzanski. We have breaking news for you this evening outside of Gary, Indiana. An Amber Alert has been issued for a 15-year-old, Christina Raves. She was last seen today and is believed to be in extreme danger. She is an African-American female with black hair, brown eyes, and she was last wearing a gray t-shirt with black jeans. If you have any information on her location, please contact the Gary Police at 1-888-58-AMBER, A-M-B-E-R, or simply call 911.
With the addition of the sorority buildings as well as the new STEM building, the look of Valparaiso University's campus is starting to change. And with the university's master plan, it will change even more in the future with this in mind. VUTV looked into what campus used to look like when the school was started. We took a walking tour of old campus with Judy Miller and found some amazing facts about Valpo's history.
In 1859, Valpo Male and Female College was born on this area. It was a Methodist school when the Methodists were attempting to put a college or a higher education facility in every county of the state. One thing that made this campus so easy to get to was its distance from the railroad. Later on, the railroad depot downtown, and they would have cars to bring them up to campus. But even earlier than that, you had stops on the railroad where the train would stop, let out the passengers. Valparaiso University, what was then the Indiana Normal School, had a population, student population, of close to 5,000 students. It was a big school for its day. And we had nearly everything that Harvard could offer at about a tenth of the price. And that's why they called it the Harvard of the Midwest, or the poor man's Harvard. On this area stood the Chapel Auditorium, which was the predecessor of the Chapel of the Resurrection. A lot of people assume that the Chapel of the Resurrection was built after this Chapel Auditorium burned, but actually the ground had been broken for the Chapel of the Resurrection before this building burned. And it burned in December of '56. The chapel opened in '59. And Heritage Hall was one of the early buildings on campus. It was 3 stories originally. The top story burned, and so they needed the building. They just cut off the remnants of the 3rd floor and made it a 2-story building. So there is no building left on Old Campus that dates back to Old Campus. And so this is the holder of a lot of the history up to 1959, and then the Welcome Center kind of takes on from there. It goes back, but it goes forward.
In this week's Around Valpo segment, we feature Uptown Cafe, located near the Uptown Apartments. This innovative venue offers all the caffeine a college student could ever want.
We decided that we didn't want to spend time traveling. We wanted to spend time in doing something we could work together at. And we like kind of a laid back, and we love doing cooking and making coffee and drinking coffee, and so it seemed like a natural fit. Primarily caffeine. As far as when it comes to studying and stuff like that, we have a bottomless cup program specifically for these students so that they can come in, get a cheap cup of coffee, sip on it all day, get some studying done, and we've got a fairly large square footage, so nice place. And free Wi-Fi, yeah. Initially, the program started out because we were looking for something to have art on the walls, and we wanted something that could be rotated. We wanted to enjoy local artists and see what they have a platform that they could present their works of art. We initially started doing some music, but that didn't seem to work out, but the art stuff really caught on. So we put them up for 6 or 8 weeks at a time, and they're able to, kind of showcase their own work, and we don't really put any limitations on it. As you can see, I mean, it can get really funky sometimes, but it's a great opportunity for locals to be able to put something up that they're proud of and that they're interested in, and hopefully make a little cash along the way, because we do sell them. I mean, nothing specific at this point. I mean, certainly we're open to ideas. We're not artists ourselves. We like to cook, so that's why when we had somebody that said, hey, I really want to do this, we said, great, do it, because we have no idea. So, we're certainly open to new and different ideas. I know that Ben David is taking a step back. He just had a baby this year. So he's going to probably be rolling out the rest of this year, but then we're going to probably have to start managing it on our own. So put a shout out there. Anybody's got any ideas, bring it on by. But at this point, no, we don't have any specific ideas.
The room selection process for the 2017-2018 school year is underway. To reserve your space, you must log on to your housing self-service and complete the on-campus application no later than February 24th.
Chi Omega will be hosting Swishes for the Wishes on February 19th. This event is a 3-on-3 basketball tournament which raises money for Make-A-Wish kids throughout the Make-A-Wish Foundation. The event will be held from 1:30 to 4:30 p.m. in the Athletic Recreation Center, so the ARC. The cost to register is $30. If you wish to donate or have any questions about the event, contact Kelsey xo.philanthropy@valpo.edu.
It seems more and more likely that Punxsutawney Phil was mistaken in his prediction of 6 more weeks of winter. Storm-shared meteorologist Elyse Smith is in the studio to tell us if these warm temps will continue. Elyse, what kind of weather are we going to be seeing this week?
Well, we have a lot of warm weather in store, but business first, we have to take care of some snow that'll be falling over these next couple of days. Business first, snow. Then you know what? Was this groundhog right? He said 6 weeks of winter, but you know what? We have some warm temperatures in store for you guys. Here is our surface map. We have a low pressure system to the north and to the northwest of us, but for us, we are dominated by high pressure, and we'll be dominated by high pressure until tomorrow. Moving into the next couple of days, we do have to see this warm weather. So guys, you know what? I think we're going to have some snow in the forecast, but otherwise, just warm weather ahead for this weekend.
Thank you, Elyse. Next on the Shield, North Korea had a missile test over the weekend, and we'll tell you what occurred during the launch.
Also, a popular cheese brand has been recalled. Find out which, coming up next.
Well, I think that's all we need. Thank you so much for coming in. We'll be in touch.
Okay, this is it. Just shake his hand and walk out with your head held high. Don't mess this up.
Thank you. Nailed it.
Don't let a bad handshake get in the way of getting the job you want. Find out more at the Career Center.
North Korea says it has successfully completed the launch of a new ballistic missile, according to the state media. This missile test was fired on Sunday under the supervision of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. This missile, known as the Punxsutawn-2, is believed to have been a solid fuel-propelled engine, which enables faster launch and increases the mobility and launch of process. The United Nations Security Council said it plans on holding consultations on a, quote, urgent basis this Monday afternoon regarding North Korea.
Back in March of last year, President Trump took part in a Republican town hall where he discussed North Korean nuclear weapons.
Wouldn't you rather, in a certain sense, have Japan have nuclear weapons when North Korea has nuclear weapons? And they do have them. They absolutely have them. They have no carrier system yet, but they will very soon. Wouldn't you rather have Japan, perhaps, they're over there, they're very close, they're very fearful of North Korea, and we're supposed to protect.
So you're saying you don't want more nuclear weapons in the world, but you're okay with Japan and South Korea having
I don't want more nuclear weapons. I think that, you know, when I hear Obama get up and say the biggest threat to the world today is global warming, I say, is this guy kidding? The only global warming I'm worried about is nuclear global warming, because that's the single biggest threat. So it's not that I'm a fan. We can't afford it anymore.
A popular cheese producer is recalling some of its products because of a listeria scare. An Indiana cheesemaker notified Sargento Foods that especially cheese it supplies must be recalled because of potential listeria contamination. Sargento listed 7 different products with certain sell-by dates as part of the recall. Those products affected are Sargento Ultra Thin Sliced Longhorn Colby, Chef Blends Shredded Taco Cheese, Nacho and Taco Cheese, Off the Block Shredded Fine Cut Cheddar Jack and Colby Jack cheeses, Sliced Colby Jack cheese, and Sliced Pepper Jack cheese. For more details on the recall, you can go online to info-sargento.com.
Investigators are asking witnesses to come forward after a deadly nightclub shooting in Missouri. 1 person was killed and 6 others were injured at Club Envy in Cartersville Sunday morning. About 300 people were attending a private party at the time. The 6 injured victims were later hospitalized, but there's no word about their condition. Police don't have any suspects in custody at this point.
And they called it puppy love. That's Indiana's conversation officer, Leigh Knock, in the his 9-partner Kenobi. This first portrait looks at an official portrait should, but they didn't stop there. The other two were captured by Kenobi, showed his partner some love. Kenobi is cute, but that makes no mistake. He is a trained canine. He tracks people and indicates a variety of objects ranging from, but wasn't focused on his work during the photos, just his favorite partner.
Well, if that didn't warm your heart, maybe our future forecast will. Storm Shield meteorologist Elyse Smith will have your full forecast next.
Good morning, Valparaiso University. What's a better way to start your day than with a new jam? And WVUR has just what you need.
But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it... If Daniel won't change your mind, baby, right.
Broadcasting sports, news, weather, and music on air, online, and on campus. WVUR is my jam.
Welcome back to the Shield. Today on campus here at Valpo, we hit a high of 45 degrees, and look at this record high temperature set in 2005. It was 47. I actually saw people in shorts on campus today, so we're warming up slightly here. But business first, we have some snow coming in for the rest of the week, but also we'll get back to warmer temperatures. So was this groundhog right saying that we would have 6 more weeks of winter? We'll get to that in the future forecast. 40s around the area today. Right now, lower 40s here in Valpo, 43 degrees in Gary, and we're going to be seeing these temperatures pretty consistent throughout the night. So today, with this surface map, a low pressure system to our north in Canada. This cold front extending throughout the upper Midwest right now is what is going to be our weather maker with this snow. We can see this swirling low pressure system in Canada. It's bringing some snow to the upper Midwest. Michigan will see most of the snow that will be with this system. However, here in Valpo, we will have to keep track of that lake enhanced snow. We all love a good lake effect shower of snow or rain every once in a while. So tonight we're going to be looking at some clearer skies for us here, some clouds passing by or two. Tomorrow we will have warmer temperatures with these clearer skies. However, we do have that cold front coming down. So with the cold front, we know there is going to be a wind shift and also cooler temperatures. We could also see those snow showers Tuesday night as well, but clouds will come back into the area as well. Tomorrow, we will have some wind gusts picking up with this cold front as well. So if we see temperatures in the 40s, make sure you also look at the wind chill effect as well, because we could have winds gusting up to 21 miles per hour for tomorrow and into Wednesday. They will still be pretty heavy at 19 miles per hour. So we're going to have some windy conditions here on campus as well. These wind chill temperatures, they'll warm up tomorrow. The wind chill isn't in effect yet, but we will have to keep going because those wind chill temperatures, 17 degrees, yes, so we have to keep track of that wind chill. Looking at our 7-day, we have a beautiful 7-day besides this chance of snow for tomorrow. A warm-up is ahead. This weekend, we could be seeing temperatures up into the upper 50s, which is, you know, record-breaking. We could break some high temperature records this weekend. So it's really important that we do keep track of our forecast. This is unseasonably warm for us here in the Midwest.
Honestly, I can say every day I've been waking up looking forward to snow because it's February. I feel like we got gypped with Christmas and everything, and we haven't had any snow. It feels like spring is just trying to push its way in there.
I know, it really
right away.
is. And was this groundhog right? I don't know, but we'll have to keep checking the weather.
Just wait and see.
Beautiful. Thank you, Elyse. David Horak will have a full breakdown of this week's Crusader Sports up next.
Good morning, Valparaiso University. What's a better way to start your day than with a new jam? And WVUR has just what you need.
But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it...
If Daniel won't change your mind, baby, right.
Broadcasting sports, news, weather, and music on air, online, and on campus. WVUR is my jam.
Welcome back, everyone. Valparaiso basketball starting to turn to the final stretch of the regular season. First off, for the men's team, they are solid in first place, and they took care of business Thursday with a 21-point win over Cleveland State, which set up an opportunity Saturday against Youngstown State to solidify a top 5 regular season finish in the Horizon League. Not only that, folks, but it was an emotional game for Alec Peters, wearing number 23 tonight in honor of his senior teammate Jabril Adekoya. First offensive drive for Valparaiso. Here is Micah Bradford missing, but Alec Peters with the putback and the finish, and he salutes his teammate on the bench right there. Later in the first half, Alexis Williams pushing up ahead of Jay Soroya. He'll finish with the left-hander in transition, and that's not all, folks. Bradford pumps, goes out to Alec Peters. Kobe, no doubt about it, folks. He finished with 22, one shy of what he wanted. But here's Shane Hammock. Watch out for the Dutch Hammer. And Valparaiso, on that note, wins 82-72. They solidify a top 5 finish in the regular season for the Horizon League, as well as a 2-game lead in first place. Alec, what did you think on wearing number 23 tonight?
You know, our team and our coaches, you know, we miss having him out there for sure. And my entire reason I, talked to him about it was I want to let my teammates and my coaches know that even though he's on the sidelines for right now, he's still playing for me. And so, that was, the reason that I want to wear his jersey tonight. I know we don't have, one more home game left, and, we have 2 more before the game tonight. And so I wanted to, it was more for my teammates and the coaches, let them know that, he may not be out there, but he really is.
Matt, where do things stand with Jabril?
I don't have a lot of information for you. Sorry.
Is he out for the season?
I don't have a lot of information for you.
Well, we'll have more on Jabril Adekoya's status right here on VUTV as it develops. In the meantime, the women's basketball team, they were away for their last 2 road games, and they split the road trip, losing at Wright State by 15 to the Raiders. Danny Franklin still shining through with 7th double-double this season. That is her 8th of her career. Saturday, though, was the better headline with their 9-point win over the Norse at Northern Kentucky. What is even crazier, as you can see, Amber Lindfors, double-digit performance in rebounding and blocking 4 times apiece in both of those games. That matches her seasonal average, still having her leading the Horizon League in blocks per game. So, on that note, they come home to host Oakland, the first of 2 straight home games, 7 o'clock this Thursday on ESPN3 and WVUR, the Source 95.1. But still, guys, Jabril Adekoya, it's still a huge mystery. The only statement we have so far from the university in context to his suspension, he has not played again since Kentucky back in December 7th. He has not played since the Rhode Island game at the Arc in terms of last home game he played. But he has one more opportunity to play a week from tomorrow at Milwaukee. Senior Day festivities will continue then. But in the meantime, yeah, it's still an academic matter. That is all they're releasing so far from the last press release from the university and the athletics department. And so it's still a big fat question mark, no periods, no answers so far.
And it was great to see from the student section, this not only did we have a student section, but also they have a chant going.
Yeah,
free Jabril.
Free Jabril. I mean, he just like all the other players, every single person that wears the Valparaiso jersey on the floor represents the student body, and they deserve an answer. And yet, for the entire, not only student body, but also for the Valpo faithful, for all the Crusader fans, they still are given no explanation. So the investigation, whatever it is still ongoing as far as we know. NCAA Horizon League, we'll see how that turns out later on. We should get an answer sometime soon, but still, it's unclear as to what's going on. So we'll have more on that later on.
Hopefully we see him on the court this weekend. Thank you, David. We'll be right back with a final look at your weather forecast.
Good morning, Valparaiso University. What's a better way to start your day than with a new jam? And WVUR has just what you need.
but if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it...
If dying young won't change your mind, baby,
Broadcasting sports, news, weather, and music on air, online, and on campus. WVUR is my jam.
Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, so we have a special Valentine's Day forecast that I made special just for today. Special graphic. I don't know if we can show it. It's really exciting. Look at that. Campus outlook for tomorrow. We're going to have some cuddling couples on campus, but also some possible steak and shake advection into the Valpo area. They've got some really good, I'm not trying to plug steak and shake, but they have a really good red velvet Oreo shake. So if you need to go get a little something to satisfy your sweet tooth, I would definitely suggest going to Steak and Shake. Otherwise, something else to satisfy those who love warmer weather. We have, we have some snow that we have to take care of tomorrow. We could have some lake effect snow late tomorrow night into Wednesday, but then warming up this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we could have some record-breaking high temperatures in the upper 50s. So look forward to that.
Yeah, this warmer weather is really making me look forward to baseball season already, and thanks for making me hungry with all this steak and shake. I haven't had dinner yet, so.
For David, Elyse, Eric, and myself, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week on The Shield. Have a happy Valentine's Day.